Jayson Tatum got a DNP. He didn't play again. What is up, basketball fans? Welcome back to Stan. We're breaking down one of the most epic FIBA basketball games in recent history. I'm Cody Knox, and today we're diving into an absolute thriller of the USA versus Serbia game. This game had everything, and I can't wait to get into it with you guys. So let's jump in. So, just looking into this game, going in, obviously, United States was undefeated. Serbia with one loss. This is semifinals. Just starting the game off, if you're a USA fan, you were definitely nervous about the outcome. They were down 23-31 at the end of the first quarter. You saw a lot of guys from Serbia getting off, like Jokic, obviously. Bogdanovic also adding a lot, being the high scorer on their team. Going into the second quarter, the USA kind of trimmed down the lead. Well, actually, they were down more. They scored 20 points in the second quarter, and Serbia scored 23 points heading into halftime. I think my initial reaction was, who's going to step up for USA at this time period? I'm watching the game. I'm not seeing that much production from guys like Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. LeBron's kind of giving you what you can expect, like a balanced game with some rebounds, assists, and points. But really, nobody just really taking over for the team. So going in halftime, I was like, damn, USA could really lose this. And just being a fan of the game, and I'm a huge Jokic fan, I was okay with the side. I mean, I'm American, but I just love good basketball. And to me, right now, Jokic is the player that's playing the best game, the best overall basketball in the world. So I was kind of just rooting for Jokic to be great and seeing how, if he could take the reins over the NBA like he has, you know what I'm saying? He's a two-time MVP, NBA champion. I just want to see if he could pull it off. That's a huge feat. You got a team with, you know what I'm saying, LeBron, James, KD, and Steph. Obviously, all of them older, but they're still a team that has a lot of dominant players. After halftime, USA started to make their surge back. They ended the third quarter still down, I think down maybe 15 at this point, 13. But they gained that momentum. The huge play that was made by Joel Embiid, he got a charge call against Jokic and he had a big shot. That kind of gave him that momentum going into the fourth quarter, where the USA just absolutely outscored them 32-15 in the fourth quarter. That tells the whole story. You know what I'm saying? With big plays from KD, big plays from Curry and Bron at the end of that game, that basically just sealed the deal. But it was a good sight to see Curry finally, you know what I'm saying, get out of that slump that I feel like he's been in. He had his high scoring game of these Olympics. I think the highest scoring game ever, if I'm not sure. But yeah, he had 36 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. That's incredible for Curry. Just happy to see him get out. I would say the main thing that I took away from this game was the fact that Jayson Tatum didn't play again. You heard that right. Jayson Tatum got a DNP. He didn't play again. This Olympics, I have been very disappointed with. Steve Kerr has been doing the rotations. You know, he's had games where Embiid hasn't played, and obviously this is the second DNP that Jayson Tatum has gotten. And Halliburton, if he's anybody that's not going to play, I would say my two players that's not going to play is probably going to be Drew Holiday and Derek White. And it's just crazy. I don't know if there's a conspiracy to why they're not giving him any minutes, but Jayson Tatum is for sure good enough to play. Looking at the roster, there's no way he doesn't get a minute. He doesn't get 5 minutes. So LeBron 32 minutes, which is a lot. Embiid 27 minutes. That's not his position. Devin Booker 24 minutes. Drew Holiday 20 minutes. Steph Curry 33. Kevin Durant 24. Anthony Edwards 13. And then Derek White obviously was 7 minutes. I'm just like, to me, Jayson Tatum made a leap this year, winning his first championship. Obviously, you know, they gave the MVP to Jaylen Brown, but Jayson Tatum is definitely on the rise as far as having his better season, and to see him being treated like this is actually kind of embarrassing, I think, for the Team USA. And overall, I'm thinking, why are they allowing this to happen? So we're going to kind of dive deeper into it and see kind of what a quote that Steve Kerr had following the game. This is Steve Kerr speaking. It's not what I'm not seeing from Jayson, it's what I've seen from the other guys. Kerr said, like I've said many times during this tournament, in the last 6 weeks, it's just hard to play 11 people, even in an NBA game. So that's one of the takeaways from that. I'm not understanding it. You play Derek White 7 minutes, you play Anthony Davis 13 minutes, you played a lot of these guys very minimal minutes. It just still doesn't make sense to me. This is what Tatum had to say. I don't know. Tatum said, each game is extremely different, but the main thing is that we win. So whatever it takes, we've got to do it, and I've got to do from game to game to be a part of that and contribute where I can. I'm going to do that. The Celtics president of basketball operations, Brad Stevens, empathized with Tatum, but he's also confident that Tatum is approaching it with a proper mindset. He said it's hard to not play, but I'm guessing it's exponentially harder when you are one of the best players in the world, Stevens said Friday. But when we've talked, he's been all about the team. So I'm looking at this game, and I'm looking at basically the way they're treating Tatum, and I'm seeing this as a positive for the upcoming season. If you're a Celtics fan, you should be expecting that Celtics team to come out with a lot of fight. You know, guys like Jayson Tatum, who basically is getting, in my opinion, played and disrespected. He's a great scorer. He's on pace to do things that guys like Kobe, you know what I'm saying, Dwayne Wade, AI were able to do in this setting. So it's just kind of really, really crazy that guys like Booker, I'm a Booker fan as well, but I'm looking at the minutes now, and I can chop them down. I can see exactly how, as a coach, I would have Tatum getting just some tick. Like, it's just crazy to put him at a DNP level. Like, I know you have like specialists like, you know, Drew Holiday's a defensive specialist. He doesn't necessarily need shots, but he's going to be able to make plays around the court. Same with Derek White. He's a very good role player. These are great role players, but Jayson Tatum is overall a way better player. And to me, he adds more value in that. He could have added more value in that situation. Nobody was playing any defense at that point. It was who can score the best. And how can you have a 26, 27-point score riding on the bench? It's just absurd to me. But I don't want to talk about this forever and forever. I kind of want to get back on the game and what I see USA doing going forward, and it's kind of my thoughts on this team, the creation of it right now. So, I mean, obviously you have the big three. The biggest names, you got Curry, James, and Durant. I think all of them are basically old, but I think they still all have a lot of talent. Do I think it's the best team ever assembled? No, but I do think it's a great thing for Team USA to have this team at this point in time. I don't see them being that dominant in the future. I think 2028. The way you're doing Jayson Tatum, he's the best player remaining. You know what I'm saying? You have Jayson Tatum, Booker, and Edwards after this year, because I doubt LeBron will be in there. I doubt Curry or KD will be in the next Olympics. But you're losing a major piece with Tatum, because I'm not playing. If I'm Jayson Tatum, I am not playing in 2028. He's too good of a player to be sitting on the bench and just being disrespected. But also, guys like Jaylen Brown, I mean, there's some political reasons possibly why he's not on the team. But, yeah, back to my whole thing. Next year, that team has a lot to prove. I've never seen a championship team disrespected this much. And I would say watch out for Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum going into the next season. You have two dogs who have a lot to prove. I see them making an example out of a lot of teams. If I'm Jayson Tatum, I would have that Warriors game marked on my calendar. I will have anybody on that coaching staff, any of the coaches that made the decision to not let me play, that game will be marked on my calendar. I would be expecting 50 points on the Warriors. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, this team, I don't see them having any chance with France. I see them basically beating them. They're kind of just a team that don't have too many good guards, but they're obviously had to have Victor Wembanyama, Rudy Gobert being their main players. Um, but yeah, I mean, this team, I see the flaws in them, but they're definitely still head and shoulders better than their competition. But I would definitely say this is a warning. That was a really close call against Serbia, and I just don't see them having this dominance in 2028 with, you know what I'm saying, the big three probably not playing, and Joel Embiid even making the comment saying that he could potentially play for Cameroon, but who knows? But I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end it right there. Please stay tuned. We're going to be doing coverage on the France game. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is Cody, and you're watching Stan Sports.